So I'm going to be sharing my 6th mindset switch to be able to overcome self-doubt and post confidently on social media. Honestly, trust me, I get it probably better than anyone because I've been there. I know that posting on social media can feel extremely overwhelming, extremely scary, extremely just uncomfortable. I was actually extremely shy, extremely introvert. I couldn't look at people in the eyes. I couldn't pick up the phone. I started this journey at -1,000, and I'm able to now post every single day on multiple platforms, and I actually opened my own social media agency in Dubai. So who would have thought? So trust me, I speak from a place of experience. So first of all, it feels horrible because it's new territory, and like anything new, we as human beings put ourselves in self-protection mode until we feel safe, until we feel comfortable. But we also know that staying safe and comfortable is not going to really help us to achieve anything. If you want to stay exactly where you are, then just stay safe and comfortable. So if you are ambitious, if you have big dreams, if you want to achieve a lot, you're definitely going to want to hear the 6th mindset switch that really helped me to overcome self-doubt and post confidently and consistently on social media. Number one, you really have to realize and accept that feeling uncomfortable and feeling weird, awkward, and cringe, it's a natural part of this crazy process. You have to go through it, and you just have to accept that this is how you're going to feel, because we all been there. We've all started feeling super cringe, super weird, and it's only normal. One of my favorite saying is the only way out is through. So every time I do something hard, I just repeat this in my mind, because I know that this is just a phase. It's not gonna last forever. It's gonna be uncomfortable, and then I'll be able to breathe again. So before posting or recording your video, just repeat yourself, okay, I'm ready. I know this is going to feel uncomfortable, but it's only normal. There's nothing wrong with me, and the only way out is through. If I want to make any progress, I know I have to step out of my comfort zone, and nothing is going to happen if I don't press post on my social media. Number 2, and this is a big one, realize that you are posting on social media because you can. You have the privilege, you have the chance, you have the opportunity, you have the time to post on your social media. Therefore, you're going to use it. There's a lot of people on this earth right now who are honestly fighting for survival, and that would love nothing more but to have the chance to be able to do what they love and follow their passions. So post because you can, and that should really also give you a big boost of motivation and confidence. So tell yourself, I'm going to show up on my social media because I can. I realize that I am lucky and privileged to be in that position, and I'm going to be using my voice to show up on my social media and make the most of it. Number 3, nobody knows your story like you do. You know your story, you know your life, you know your experience better than anyone. And nobody can tell your story the way that you do. So remember that you're not an imposter. You are the expert of your own life. I used to be so scared to do master classes when I was a makeup artist. And now with my social media agency, I also used to be so scared to do my own workshop because I felt like I never knew enough. I haven't done enough. I am not good enough. You doubt yourself so much, and you have all those thoughts that can really block you from doing what you want to do, and that's terrible to stay in that space. But what really helped me is to take a step back and make a list of all the things that I have learned, done, experienced, accomplished, and really realize that I'm going to be talking from a place of experience, and nobody can take that away from me, because what I'm about to share comes from a place of experience. I'm not trying to BS anybody. I'm not making lies. This is all true stories. So on your social media, if you want to feel more confident, try to really speak from a place of experience. So instead of saying, here are 3 ways to learn to be confident, say, here are 3 ways I learned to be confident. People are going to be listening to you for what you have to say, but they're also going to be listening to you for you. Because truthfully, if we want to learn how to be successful, there are thousands of books out there on the recipe to be successful. There are thousands of podcasts, there are thousands of articles about how to be successful. So the keys are always out there, but we're going to be paying more attention to probably the person that is delivering the message. So your story, your personality, what makes you you, it's what is going to make you stand out. It's what is going to make you unique. And this is what is going to make people trust you and connect with you. So if you own your own brand, it is so powerful for you to be on social media and really be in charge of your narrative instead of always relying on models and influencers, because nobody will talk about your business the way that you do, because truthfully, nobody cares about your business the way that you do. So the way you're going to communicate about your business, even if it's not perfectly said or perfectly articulated, will be much more impactful, because people can tell when it's genuine, and they much rather have an authentic, imperfect person delivering a true message than to have a perfect model or perfect influencer delivering a message that doesn't sound genuine, a message that might not feel like the truth. So don't underestimate your audience. They can definitely read through the lines and they'll be able to tell if what you're saying is genuine or not. Your audience can feel all of this. And that is why people like Sarah Blakely with Spanx, or Huda Kattan with Huda Beauty, or Mona Kattan with Kayali were so successful, because they are showing up on their social media with their flaws, with their imperfection, but they are sharing their story, their narrative, their personality, and people get attached to this. People resonate with it. People are craving for authenticity in this world that is always oftentimes so fake. So it's really not about trying to sound the smartest in the room. It's really about showing up in your own life. So tell yourself, I am not an imposter. I am the expert of my own life. Number 4, if you don't show up for yourself, who will? You have to really be responsible for your own life and be aware that you have to create your own opportunities. Nobody is going to come and deliver you everything on a golden platter. You really have to get out there. So take the risk or lose the chance, right? So own your space, show up for yourself. You got this. Anybody that is on social media is not more special than you are. They are not more confident than you are. Confidence is earned. It's earned through action, but also through time. So the more you are showing up, and the more you are overcoming your fear, and the more you are taking challenging action, and you realize that you can do it, nothing happened, the world didn't end. Even if I have 10 comments, 2 likes, I still learned something, it's still a win. So I'm gonna show up again tomorrow. And the more you repeat this process and you show to yourself that you are fine, we okay, we are safe, we posted last night and we are still okay, then the more you're going to be building that trust with yourself over time. And that is what is going to build that confidence. So we all started on different levels, right? Some people maybe were a bit more confident at the start, and some people like me were, on the ground. But eventually, you can catch up to those people, and you can even become even more confident than those people. And there's also different type of confidence. So don't put everything into one basket. You might not be confident, for example, at work, but you might be very confident when you are doing your knitting. I don't know. Or you might not be a confident, swimmer, but you might be a very, very confident cook. So realize that confidence is complex. Don't just think of yourself as somebody that is just not confident. And what you tell yourself, you become. So if you tell yourself every day, I'm not confident, I'm not confident, I'm not confident, guess what? You're going to become that non-confident person. So you also shape your reality, and that is why you have to take ownership. You can acquire that confidence skill like everybody else, but it's going to require you to show up in your own life and take action and go through challenges and push yourself and get out of your comfort zone over time, and then you're going to get there. Everything new is scary, everything new is uncomfortable until it's not anymore, because we are familiar with it, because now we understand it, because now we feel safe around that new hobby or that new skill or that new topic. So you got this. Number 4, don't let your fear hold you back. It is far better to try and fall and get another chance tomorrow than to always wonder what if. Like, nobody wants to live with regrets. Regrets are definitely going to be worse than failing. Failing is just a natural part of this process. I fail every single day. There's small fails, there's big fails, but it's just a natural part of this process. Like nobody has it all figured out, right? We just don't know what is going to happen tomorrow, what's going to happen in 2 hours, what's going to happen in 10 minutes. And so we all just trying to figure it out. And that process is very messy. And nobody expects you to be perfect throughout this process. And you should not expect to be perfect throughout this process either, because we don't even know what this process is looking like anyway. So not failing is not realistic because life is so unpredictable. We are bound to fail. If life was a series of just clear paths with clear actions, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, then fine, you don't fail. But that's not the case. We don't know nothing. So of course we're gonna fail. But guess what? You have the power to bring yourself back up, and failing only makes you stronger. And through failure, you become better and you're learning. So failures are actually wins in disguise. With social media, honestly, you never know what's gonna come out of it. Every time you post, it's a new opportunity. It's a seed that you plant, and you honestly do not know what's gonna happen. And honestly, I'm the living proof, trust me. My life was completely transformed because of the power of social media, because I showed up every single day posting on my social media. All the biggest opportunities and wins in my life happened because I put myself in that situation. I posted on my social media and something came out of it. It might take 1 year, 2 years, 10 years. There's something growing somewhere. Posting is how I was able to move to Dubai 12 years ago. Posting is also how I got a job at Huda Beauty. Posting is how I became a successful makeup artist. Posting is how I opened my own social media agency. I mean, I have countless examples of what posting has done for me. And the wins are not in the likes, the comments, the followers. Those are all vanity metrics. The wins were through all the opportunities that arise from me posting on my social media. All that I have learned, all that I have become. I'm a much more confident person because of social media. And that is a massive win in my life. I never thought I could just talk to my camera for half an hour and be fine, you know. So this is a massive win I'm very proud of, but also all that I have accomplished are amazing wins that I'm very proud of. And none of this is because of the number of likes or followers or comments. I couldn't care less. The wins are everywhere else. So the wins are beyond. So do not be discouraged for low views, 0 comments, and 2 likes. Every time you post, you're learning something new, you're getting better at your craft, and you're planting a seed somewhere. And watch this seed grow. But you have to trust the process, trust your process, and stick to it. I promise you, it will change your life. Number 5, progress over perfection. And it's actually what I've just said, I think, in the one before that. It's not about trying to be perfect the first time. As Mr. Beast and many other creators are saying, your first 100 videos are going to be probably not so great until they become great. Trying to be perfect on social media is only gonna block you and again keep you exactly where you are. Perfection does not exist in this world, and you should not put that weight on your shoulder and expect to be perfect, especially on social media. If you wait for everything to be perfect to get started, you are not going to start, and before you know, your life will pass by you. So you have to just be ready to post even when you're not completely ready, because again, you have to de-dramatize here. Millions of people are posting every single day. This is not that big of a deal. The world is not going to end when you post. And remember, this is a process of progressing and learning as you go. It's not a process of showing up the first time and have it all figured out, because this is not going to happen. It's not realistic. So show up messy, show up imperfect, show up unsure, but just show up. And I think people will connect with you better if you actually show up imperfect, if you show your flaws, and if you show that you are also, vulnerable, and that is not an easy process for you. I'm sure people will be much more engaged with you if you actually tell them, I don't really feel comfortable throughout this process. Social media is not really something that I have mastered yet, so please be kind with me. And I'm sure people will be super kind and super understanding, because truthfully, everybody feels that way. So it's much easier to relate to somebody that shows us that they are like us, that they have flaws and cracks and imperfections, and that's completely fine. So point is, just show up. And lastly, you probably also feel very uncomfortable and you are full of doubt because you haven't yet learned really everything about social media. And so because again, it's unfamiliar territory, you're not used to it because you haven't acquired the skills yet to be on social media. So you feel very cautious and full of self-doubt because it's new. So in that case, become a student again. Be willing to teach yourself the social media ways. Be willing to learn how, to be a TikToker. Be willing to put yourself in that uncomfortable position so you can learn, so you can grow, and so you can become confident to post on your social media. And so if you want to take this journey, then I would definitely highly recommend for you to check out my social media course. I created a blueprint called Trust the Content Blueprint, and it's a 6-step process to help you master social media and build a personal brand that you're going to learn how to leverage or how to monetize your influence so you can live on your own terms. So I created this course to help anyone with a dream, anyone with big plans, anyone with ambition, any entrepreneur, any free thinker, help them to really have a clear path for them to take to be able to be completely independent and have their own system so they can live a life when they wake up every single day focusing on what they love, on their passion, and have the freedom to choose how to live their life. So if this sounds like this could be something for you, the link is below. You will find all the details to join the course. This course is heavy. It's going to make you dig deep into yourself to really find out how you're going to show up, what you're going to be all about. And it's also a massive chunk of learning to become a content creator. So I've been a content creator for over a decade. So I have put all my secret hacks, my secret tricks. You can also go check out my social media account. I was also a senior social media manager at Huda Beauty, and I now own my own social media agency in Dubai, and I live completely on my own terms. So I am the living proof that social media can transform your life, and that is why I created this course. This is really a course I wish I had when I started. It would have saved me so much time. So if what I've been saying throughout this course was helpful, if you really feel like it has helped you to overcome self-doubt, and if you are ready now to show up on your social media, then the next step is to learn everything about social media. And this is why I created the Trust the Content Blueprint. So I hope to hear from you very soon, and I see you in the next video.